My mother was an expert seamstress. She sewed for the community as well as her own family, and I watched her sew, and I just learned how to sew in school, and I've just always loved to sew. Always, you cut out little squares, just maybe 4 inches or 6 inches or 8 inches, and then you just use scraps of material that's too small to make a block, and you just sew it on the paper, and then you'd sew the blocks together, and then take the paper off, and then quilt the quilt.
We meet once a week, usually on Fridays at about 1 o'clock, and we're anxious to have anyone come in. All it involves is taking a piece of fabric and cutting a square, which we have a template, and we can show you how to cut that square, and then we sew them together in long strips, and then sew the strips together, and put a middle piece, like an old blanket or lining in the middle, and then we use a back piece for the back of it. And that's all it involves, other than the tying afterwards. So we'll be glad to have anyone from here work on them. Once we get all of our older church members taken care of with a quilt at the nursing facility, or those in our church that are still home, we'd like to offer bed-size quilts and lap blankets to the shelter. That idea came after we were so involved in the soup kitchen, the open door, that those people who live in the shelter or who live out on the street need something to keep warm too. So, thank you.
I'm so happy that I have learned to tie a knot in the quilt that these ladies have been working on. And I know there are people that would be able to do the same thing I'm doing. And I think this is such a wonderful cause. And I feel blessed just to be a part of it. And I appreciate getting invited to come to the craft class on Fridays, and I'm so glad that I can do my part in helping others.